Hi there, Spencer here. So I just thought I'd make a quick video on what information I found out about the tweeters themselves. The main reason for this video is that my Mission Plastros, the first set that I purchased, actually had a tweeter which was damaged. It didn't work. So I obviously sat down and done what I do for every single thing I look for, is just research. Now, after hours and hours and hours of research, and I mean we're talking 3-4 weeks of just continuously scouring the net for information on these plastros, the information is very limited. And the reason is that it must just be that the changeover from Mission being UK based to China, the information was lost, or no one actually thought about uploading or posting any information about them. So getting down to it anyway, long story short, is I managed to find the manufacturer, the original manufacturer of the tweeter units themselves, and the tweeter units themselves were made by a company called ScanSpeak. Now, under searching through ScanSpeak's vast array of tweeters and and systems, what they make, I've noticed that one tweeter in particular was very much like the Mission Plastro tweeter. So what I'm going to do is, this is obviously Mission Plastro, and this one here is ScanSpeak brand new item. Now, what I've actually found is, okay, the tweeter itself is exactly the same specifications, and the material it's made out of is exactly the same material. If you look closely, ScanSpeak has just changed the very tip of the tweeter unit, so it's turned into a point rather than an actual nipple. Once I obviously I went ahead and ordered a new tweeter from ScanSpeak. So once it arrives, the first thing I done was obviously unbolt my Pilastro aluminium cast housing, which is custom made for Pilastro, and then I unbolted the ScanSpeak housing, and again that is custom made for ScanSpeak. So this is just like a universal housing they supply with the tweeters, just so that you can retrofit their tweeters into your own box or own housing. Now, that aside, once we push that aside, so this piece is Mission only. This is the original Mission tweeter unit, and this is the ScanSpeak unit. As you can see on the ScanSpeak unit, they came with little spacers, little aluminium infills. So I've obviously bought 2 tweeters as a pair, as a matched pair, to be able to put into the Pilastros to replace both tweeters. The reason I've done that is just so that the speakers sound equally the same. But originally Mission actually cast the aluminium with the spacers built in. So if you unbolt your front cover off your Pilastros and then put it up the right way for a start, and then offer it onto the new ScanSpeak tweeter, it's a direct fit. So the Pilastro cover goes directly onto the ScanSpeak treble or tweeter. Once you've figured out obviously that works and that bolts straight on, everything fits perfectly, I just want to show you the model numbers on the back. So as you can see visually, both items look pretty much exactly the same. Now, I was told, and I've done a lot of research, that the actual tweeters, the original Plastro ones, were ferrofluid filled inside there, which is the magnetic liquid inside the treble unit itself. That is incorrect. This is the original tweeter, and there is no liquid, and there is no signs of liquid ever being inside that tweeter. So I don't know whether perhaps this may have been a reused or a new item to the speakers themselves. If you pull that out, you can see the voice coil, and I don't know if you can see it. The voice coil in there has never had any liquid, magnetic liquid or anything on it whatsoever. It's absolutely clean as the day it was made. So obviously Mission either this was a replacement treble, and back in the day before they even went to China, or this from factory was never actually filled with that fluid. So another thing to note is the model number. Now if we look at the model number of this tweeter, you can see it's HF R2904 and then /90S 15246-41, and then I believe that is 4 ohms there. I can't see that properly without stickers. If we read this back, so the ScanSpeak model number, which is the one that I've got that fits, is R2904 70000 624 18159 3716. Now don't pay attention to them numbers. Basically the only reason they're different is because Mission applied their own number to the treble unit and ScanSpeak applies their own number to the treble unit. The reason I know this is that I've actually found and located the mid units, the mid drivers, and they have a different number on them as well. So Mission's actual number, this would have been a Mission number that they stuck onto the ScanSpeak units when they purchased them off ScanSpeak, and then when ScanSpeak sells them, they sells them with their own number on. So I'm just going to flip this over so you can see how identical these units are when you look at them upside down. There we go. So the tweeter unit is basically an exact copy. I wouldn't say exact copy, but it is as near to perfection as you're going to get. I know the front needle part is different, and that shouldn't alter the sound too much, but as long as you can actually use the tweeter unit and the speaker can then start to sound fully original as it did from when it left the factory. So it isn't the exact unit because the nipples are slightly different and the model numbers are slightly different, but in all, the magnet size, the voice coil size are all exactly the same. There's no difference with those whatsoever. Mission hard soldered the wires to the treble unit, so, and all the other speakers. I've had all the other speakers out as well, so you can just literally just desolder it and resolder it in. If you don't want to do that, you can use spade connectors, but you get better sound quality through a solder joint than you do spade. As I said before, so the Mission cover goes directly onto the ScanSpeak item, so it is literally a direct fit, and you use your original screws. So you can use the brand new screws. The reason my one is a bit scratched up is because I actually had the front covers recast in aluminium, so I have spares. I'm actually doing this with a lot of stuff for the speakers themselves, just in case anything ever gets damaged or hurt. So that's a brand new cast item. Some of the castings come out perfectly and some of them come out a little bit rough. I've actually had the speaker rings recast as well, which I know sounds a bit crazy, but you never know what happens. So I've got spares of those recast, and so I just thought I'd make this video to clarify what treble unit will fit. It's not the exact unit, like I've said before, because of the difference in the teat, the nipple, but the actual unit itself, the way it works and the way it will sound just like the original ScanSpeak and Mission Pilastro item. I'm just going to try and get those model numbers in row so you can possibly search them yourself. Now, I know the model numbers aren't the same, but that's only because, like I said before, Mission has made their own sticky labels for the same speaker, and I'm now about to show you that in another video, which is going to talk about the mid-range drivers, which are made out of I believe the hemp material. Alright, so the next video along is going to be the Mission Pilastro mid-range drivers and what I've found with those as well. Alright, so I hope this helps. This is the Mission Pilastro treble and made by ScanSpeak, and obviously the next video will be a lot more interesting and enlightening, hopefully. I hope this helps somebody. If it does, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, please. It's worth making these videos for other people. I mean, this has taken me months and months and months to find this information out on these speakers. These are in my opinion, a groundbreaking pair of speakers, and they still are today. Speakers aren't made the way these are, and these, you know, these were made 19 years ago, nearly 20 years ago coming up. And, you know, even today's standards, when you watch the videos on Sonus Faber or other videos, BW, the quality and materials just isn't there compared to these Mission Pilastros. And I actually worked out, funnily enough, if you were to buy these today from Mission themselves, it would actually cost you in the region of around about £40,000 a pair with inflation. You know, giving you an idea of what they would have cost, you know, in £25,000 a pair new in 2001. Today, if you bought them in the same you know, inflation sort of principle, it would be £40,000 a pair. And when you price match that to a pair of, say for instance, Sonus Faber, you know, they're £100,000 for the equivalent speaker, and they're just not there. The quality is not there, the standard's not there, the sound is not there. In my opinion, this sound from these speakers are just phenomenal. I've actually just bought a second pair, which are literally brand new. They've only been played for about 70 hours. I have all the original packaging, I have the original pamphlet. I'm going to do a video on that soon, and I just absolutely adore them. So you know, it's just a lot of research, a lot of effort, and you know, if I can help someone else while I'm there, if we can get the name out there a bit more with the speakers, that'd be fantastic. All right, thank you ever so much, guys. Cheers. Bye bye.